Hello everyone, welcome back to another vlog. I have a lot of things to do around the house today. I was gonna make a list because it is very satisfying to start checking things off, but I think that if I put everything on there that I am wanting to get done, it's just gonna give me the opposite effect and not motivate me and instead overwhelm me. So we're not gonna do that, we're just gonna go with it. We're gonna do things one at a time and not worry about the next thing until the first thing is done. But one thing that I have already thought about, I already stopped by the store this morning, is what I'm making for dinner tonight. So I am going to make spaghetti, which nothing special there. I'm just gonna use the jar spaghetti sauce, but I do want to make homemade garlic bread because it is so quick and easy and just tastes so much better. So I will share that with y'all towards the end of this video. So stay tuned, you guys. I think where I'm gonna start first is my bedroom. There are some receipts that I need to put away and organize. I have just been letting them pile up and it's a pretty big pile now, so I need to get rid of it because it is on my mind every single day and it's just like that visual noise that I see all the time that doesn't let me relax. So I need to do that today. So let me go show you guys. Okay, so I just got back from my walk, so my bed is not made. We're gonna start there first and make the bed and just tidy up everything. It's not too bad, but just some shoes, a sock, a hanger. We're gonna make the bed, but this is the area that has been bugging me. Like I said, I have let this pile up and I really need to get this taken care of. So these are all the receipts from my husband's job. I am the one that takes care of these. I write everything down and categorize them. So I really need to get this done because I know some of these are like super old. Look at how many receipts are in here. Most of these are all Home Depot, so that really needs to get taken care of. So let's start with making the bed and then we'll take care of this. First, I have to open the curtains and the blinds. That just lets so much light in and I feel like it opens up the room. It gives it life. I feel like it makes it look depressing with the curtains closed. So now I am first just tidying up, picking up all the stuff that I left around. I don't think the bedroom was that bad. Just when the bed is not made, it just makes the whole room look messy. I really need to get into the habit of doing that like first thing in the morning as soon as I get up, before I leave for my walk, and I have been just struggling with that. I am going to make that a goal though. And before I move on to all the receipts, I'm going to grab my all-purpose cleaner, my cleaning rag, and just wipe down all the surfaces. They get so covered in dust in here. Okay, so here is my mountain of receipts. I'm going to go through these very quickly with you guys. It did take me a long time, so I did have to speed it up quite a bit and even stop recording at some points. But basically, these are all of my husband's work receipts. I just have to jot everything down for our taxes because not all the income that is coming in goes towards us. Like, we don't get to just use it. It does go back out towards materials. So I write everything down. I created this little binder for myself just to help me stay organized and stay on track. I have several tabs on here and it's not just for the work stuff. It has just our personal finances also, just to keep track, stay on budget, and know where all of our money is going towards, because you know how it goes. Once you just start swiping, like you have no idea how the bank account got so low. I was like, something is wrong here. So that's when we started writing everything down. And I've been doing this for like a couple of years probably. No, it's been way longer than that, just keeping up with our personal finances. And yeah, at the end of the month, it's like, yep, we did that. We're the ones who spent that money. I don't know if y'all can relate, but yes, there have been times where, I mean, we're the ones spending the money, right? But then there comes a time when you're checking your bank account and you're like, there is no way that I spent that much money. Like, where is all this money going? But yeah, it is crazy how fast it goes. And then I do separate the receipts into Ziploc bags. I have those categorized as well into gas, materials, and I think like truck and something else. And then at the end of the month, I add it all up. But I did try to make this a fun binder. I color coded things. I put stickers on them. I decorated it and just made it fun for me anyways. I like all that kind of stuff. Jaden, once he was telling me how boring school was because all they did were take notes, and me and his girlfriend were both like, but taking notes is so fun. Like, you can pick different colors, you can use highlighters. He definitely did not agree with us on that. I don't know, can y'all relate? Do y'all do that too? I don't know if you've noticed throughout my videos, but I love stationery. I love pens, highlighters, markers, all of it. Okay, I'm just about done. I'm going to clean the little tray and put it back, and then we will move on. I am so glad those receipts are done and out of the way, but before I move out of the bedroom, there's one more thing I want to do in here. I think that I am going to move this picture back in here. This picture has been all over the house. I have moved it around everywhere. The problem is it doesn't really go with anything else, but I love it so much, and my husband really loves it. I just love all the colors, all the like the Dia de los Muertos vibes. To me, this is just so vibrant and unique, and I just really love it. It gives kind of like a Mexican flair to me. So I think it's coming back in here. It does kind of, if you can see, it does have some of these little blues right here, these little hearts that do match the wall. So I'm thinking I am going to place this over here. I think it'll go good in there. I think my husband will love it because he really wants to see this out somewhere, and I keep like kind of almost hiding it. So I'm gonna find a different spot for this little frame. This I also really love. This was actually I think this was a wedding gift from my aunt. So I do love this and I want to keep it. I'm just gonna find a different spot for this. So let's clean this up and go ahead and get this hung back up there because it is pretty dusty. Look at all that. I couldn't think of what those skulls were called, but I finally thought of it. It's sugar skulls, which are kind of like Dia de los Muertos vibes, but we love them year long. They are so beautiful. We actually picked up 2 sugar skulls today from Home Depot, and I was telling my husband, once Halloween is over, because I got him to decorate for Halloween, but once Halloween is over, I was like, this will go perfectly in our bedroom where that picture is. Like, it will just go with it perfectly. I will show you those skulls that I'm talking about once Halloween comes around. Well, not Halloween comes around. Once I do my Halloween decorate with me. But they are so beautiful. I can't wait to put them out, and I am really loving this picture here. Let me know what you think. I know it is not everybody's vibe, everybody's type of style, but I think we can always appreciate somebody else's style even if it's not our own. So let me know what you think. And once I'm done hanging this picture up, I will be relocating the one that was already on here, and I'm moving it over to this area right by the door where we have this antenna. This antenna is such a nice sword, but my husband does like watching the news in the morning, so we use that for the local channels, and it actually has come in handy quite a bit because the internet service that we used to give us such trouble, and anytime the Wi-Fi went out, we would just watch the local TV or the local channels. I don't even know what it's called now. Like, is it just regular TV? I don't know, but yeah, it has come in handy. And also, I know I said this picture was from my aunt for a wedding gift. I really don't remember if it was a wedding gift or if it was a birthday, but it was from my aunt and I do love it. And I think this ended up being the perfect spot for it. Alright, you guys, so here is how that looks. So much better than the antenna that was there. Not that I could get rid of the antenna because all I did was move it to the other side. I really need to hide that. I think I'm gonna move it down behind the TV and hopefully it works there. But I do love how this looks, and then with that vase right there, it just kind of goes together. And then this, I do love it over here on this wall. The only thing is, I am thinking this vase and these flowers are a little too dull for that big vibrant picture. So what I want to do is go thrifting. I'm gonna go to the thrift store. I'm gonna see if I can find a better vase and just some more bright vibrant flowers or something, maybe some greenery or just some kind of statement piece that kind of ties in all the colors of the picture. So I think I'm gonna go thrifting next, you guys. You guys, I am back from the thrift store and we have plenty of options, okay? So let me show y'all what I picked up. For all of this, I paid $37. Very good deal. Look at how much I have. This box is huge and heavy. And here I have 2 baskets and a pretty good size baskets, and they were both like a little over $1, I think. So here are my 2 baskets that I picked up. Now these I don't think are for my bedroom. I just picked these up because there's so many areas that I want to reorganize and tackle and just refresh. So I figure these will come in handy at some point. This was $1.99 and this was also $1.99. So both of these were $1.99. Now let me show you what's all in here. Not all of this is options for in here, but here is this little small picnic basket. I figured this would look cute if you put some like flowers right here. That would look really cute. We have a picture frame. I might use that in here. This is for my kitchen. And then here are some flowers that I think might go well in here. So here's this little bouquet. And then just these 2 little single flowers. Some vines, and it's 2 packs, and these were 99 cents each. Here's this little bundle of flowers that also has some colors, some yellow, some purple. So maybe that's an option for in here. This little greenery ball, this was 99 cents. So I just picked that up, probably for somewhere else. But I have a candle. I have a candle because I have a candle holder that I don't have a candle for. So I got that. I have a couple of these little smaller ones. There's like a couple more in there. This is an option. This is a candlestick holder. So we'll see if we can use that. And then let me unwrap all of this. Okay, so I think this is the winner for today. Look at how beautiful this vase is. This is the one that I think I'm going to use. I did also pick up this other one because this one I had seen first, so I had already grabbed it, and it's the same one as in my laundry room, but the bigger size, which is the exact same price as the smaller one. And then just some little like small candle holders. Look at this one. This one, the color goes perfect with the wall. Look at that. And then I got a smaller blue one just to mix up some of the blues. And then I got these 2 for, actually what I had in mind for these were as pin holders. And then I got this little ceramic basket, so pretty. This was $2.99. So this is what we're working with. This I absolutely love. I think that one is definitely gonna go up here. Let's play around with some of these items and see what looks good up here. I told you guys I have a thrifting addiction now, but look at how much I got for just $37. You can't beat that, but also I need to stop going. And man, oh man, was this giving me such a hard time. I switched this around so much, so don't judge anything yet because I switched it around a lot. And at the end, I think it looks completely different from everything that I was trying to do. It just wasn't working for me, so I had to end up switching some things up. So yeah, enjoy this little disaster of me just trying to figure it out. You guys, look at this beautiful piece that I'm bringing in. I got this from a separate thrift trip, and this was the only thing that I got on this day. It was 49 cents, you guys. Look at how beautiful this is. I was originally thinking I was going to put this in my kitchen because it does look like it has like some kind of fruits on top, but this space just still was missing something, and I thought this was the perfect piece, and I do absolutely love it right there. I think part of the problem in this space was that diffuser because it's just plain and it's plastic. It has nothing interesting going on. I actually used to work at a school and we were gifted these, and I feel like that little stand just elevates it and just gives it more character. Alright, you guys, after all of that moving around, I just could not figure this out, but I think I finally got it. I added in the two little yellow flowers in there to just kind of tie it in together with the frame, and I think that just works right there. The other picture frame was a little bit too dark. It was looking too dark right here, so I did switch it out for a white one. And then I used this teal and gold little glassware here, and then I put my diffuser on top of this little thing that I had also thrifted, my water bottle back there for the diffuser, and I think that just works. I think that looks a whole lot better than what I was trying to do before. I think I had too much going on, so this kind of just simplifies it a little bit, and then the white picture frame just kind of tones it down from so much darkness. So I think this is how we are leaving it for right now. I don't know if the camera does this any justice. This vase here is so beautiful, but I don't think you can tell really good on the camera. And yeah, I do think this needs maybe some more yellow flowers or something. I don't know. I might play around with that a little bit more, or just next time that I go shopping or thrift shopping or whatever, maybe try to find some yellow flowers instead. And I think that'll help it a lot. The purple does kind of go with it though, because there is purple on the frame as well, so it does kind of go together. I just think maybe like it needs one more yellow flower at least, but this is how we're gonna leave that for now. Okay, I lied. This is how we're gonna leave it for now. I did rearrange just a little bit. I don't know if you can tell, but I brought some of the little small yellow flowers up towards the front. So this is what it looks like now. And now we are going to move on. Look at this huge mess that I have in here now. So I need a spot to put these because I need those, and I kind of need them out in the open. So I'm thinking I might put them over here. And then the other thing is that I did want to replace that pin holder. I got another idea for these little diffuser oils, and this little basket ended up being another big win. This is how this looks right here on this side. This is the perfect little basket for these little diffusers, or not diffusers, essential oils. Look at that. That worked out so perfect, and I love how the color goes really well with that. So I love that right there. That's how that's gonna stay. Now, the only other thing is I was thinking of using one of these two for the pins. So let me put some of this back in this box right here that I'm not going to be using. I ended up doing more than just switching out the pins. Oh, and by the way, I did end up moving the antenna a little bit further down behind the TV, but then this morning we were actually trying to watch the TV and it did not work. The only spot on that wall that it works is right where it used to be. So I did have to end up putting it back there, but I did put it behind the picture. It does peek out a little bit, and then it's got the cord under it, but that is all that I was able to do with it. It's fine, but I mean, at least the picture does cover it up a little bit and it makes it look a little bit nicer. But I ended up putting this blue vase over here, which also I think it just worked out perfectly. Anytime that I find like really good uses for my thrifted items, I just feel a sense of accomplishment. I am just like, yes, like it is such a big win for me every single time. I just get so proud of myself. Okay, and here is how this turned out. Also love it. Just those simple little changes. It just makes it a lot more interesting right there in that little space. So that's gonna stay there. I did take some of the stems off of this bouquet here. So that is how this one is looking. It still looks very, very full. So that is how that one ended up looking, just like that. And then here is this little area over here. So let me finish cleaning all of this up and then we'll move on out of here. You guys, it is a good thing I did not make that to-do list because I haven't done anything else except spend time in this bedroom. But I love how everything turned out. It is a little bit later though. It's already 12:39. It's almost 1. I haven't even showered yet, got myself ready. So I'm gonna first clean all of this up, take a shower, get ready. I'm gonna quickly do some things around the house that I know I need to do, wash the dishes, vacuum, mop, but I'm not gonna show y'all any of that. I show y'all that all the time. So we'll probably pick this right back up when I'm making dinner, okay? Just a little side note that I want to mention. I do hear a little click now that I'm recording, and I'm hoping it's not coming across so bad on the actual audio, but I do hear it, you guys, and I don't know what it is. I can't get rid of it. It's just when I'm recording. It's not the video or anything else. It's just the record button. I don't know what's going wrong with it, but I apologize for that. I hope it is not too annoying. Anyways, I'm finally done in here. Let me show you what everything looks like. I just got back from picking up Jaden from school and it is still pretty early, and since I'm making like a super quick and easy dinner, I'm gonna get a couple of other things done before I move on to making dinner. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and find a spot for these apples that I thrifted today. These were $1.29, and then on a previous thrift trip, I got these little grapes, and these were $2, so there's no rhyme or reason I think on their pricing. This was $1.29, this was $2, but they were both priced pretty well anyway. So I think that's what I'm gonna do right now is find a spot for both of these. They do need some cleaning, they're pretty dusty, so I'm gonna do that. And then also I have an Amazon package here, and my water filter for my refrigerator should be in here. So I need to switch that out because the little light has been blinking. The little light has been blinking for like a couple of weeks. So I finally ordered this and it just came in. So let's switch that out first. I absolutely love the 90s vibes that this fruit decor is giving. Okay, I'm not sure where I'm gonna put these, but I do have some more fruit decor scattered throughout my kitchen. This is my little coffee jar. This is where I keep my coffee. So this has some fruit in there. This little picture over here has some fruit. And then my spoon rest also has some fruit. I'm not sure, but I am thinking I'm gonna see if they fit right there on this wall. I thought maybe I could stick a hook on the refrigerator and put these apples there, and I do like it. I like it there, but I think it was sticking out a little bit too much, and I thought it would be bothering me when I'm there like chopping food or doing any type of food prep. So I decided not to do that and went with my original plan, which was putting it over here on this wall, and I think it absolutely turned out great. Now y'all know I am horrible at hanging up things. I don't measure things. I just kind of feel around with my finger where the little hook should go and stick a nail right there, and I do not always get it on the first try. And then the two little frames that were there, I was going to put them away, but then I decided to put them up here by this mushroom clock because I have been feeling like this mushroom clock is kind of lonely up there and wanted to put something by it. I don't have anything yet. I haven't bought anything for that space, but for now I think these will work. I don't think it's quite what I'm going to keep up there, but I will be looking out for something to go right there in that spot. And then I realized once I put these frames up there that the mushroom clock of course wasn't centered, so then I had to do that. The good thing is that the other little two frames, I did not put a nail in there. I used thumbtacks, and that is another one of the things that I love to do. Instead of nails, if I can use a thumbtack, that's what I will use. Not professional at all, but this is not a professional setting. This is just my home. But for now, I think they are doing their job and just giving this mushroom clock some company. And that is how that turned out, you guys. I love it. I love this whole 90s vibe. It started off unintentional, but now I'm just going with it because I just really love it. It looks like grandma's house, and I'm just gonna go with it. I love this style. It reminds me of, it just gives me that nostalgic feeling. Okay, so now that that's done, let's move on to dinner. Like I said, I'm making basic spaghetti. Nothing special. I'm gonna use the jar spaghetti sauce. So I have this Prego 3 cheese. I think I have an extra one in my cupboard, just in case this isn't enough. And then I have a pound of ground beef. I have my spaghetti pasta here, and for my garlic bread, I am using this fresh baked French bread, and I have a stick of butter that I have been that I let sit out since this morning. So this is nice and soft. So we'll work on that in just a minute, but let's go ahead and get some water boiling for the pasta. I'm gonna preheat my oven to 400 degrees, and then I am just gonna start browning my ground beef. All I'm gonna add to it is salt, pepper, garlic powder, and Italian seasoning. While my ground beef is browning and my water comes to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and mince these garlic cloves for the garlic bread. You're going to need about 4 garlic cloves. Mince them up really good. I have a stick of butter, which equals half a cup, and that has been sitting out for quite a while, so it is nice and soft. I'm going to put both of those in a bowl, and then I am going to add some parsley flakes. Now you can use fresh if you want, but I just use the dried. This is all I use it for, so I don't want the whole bunch to just go to waste. So I'm just using the dried parsley flakes. Just eyeball it, add in as much as you want, and then also I have some shredded Parmesan cheese. I just have the Great Value brand. Again, you can use the fresh. It will probably even taste better, but this is what I already had in my fridge. And again, just eyeball it, add however much you want. And sorry about going back and forth. Sorry if that's messing you up, but I am multitasking. This is just how I cook dinner. I have to try to do all things at once so that everything is ready at the same time. And then I use the paper towel trick. I don't really like using that, but there wasn't a whole lot of oil, or what is it, like the grease left over, so I just used that this time. Blame it on TikTok, that's where I saw it. And so now I am going to mix up my whole butter mixture together. I'm going to set it aside for now and continue on with the spaghetti. I did add already my spaghetti sauce in there. I lowered the heat to low, and I am just letting it simmer in the pot. I added salt to my pasta water, and I am going to use about half of this pack of the spaghetti noodles. It's only going to be me, my husband, and Jaden tonight, so this is plenty for just the 3 of us. Okay, I have my pasta boiling over here. My sauce is simmering. and I have my butter ready. So now I'm gonna get my my French bread. I'm just gonna use half of this because I've said this before, there's only 3 of us here, so this is way too much. So I'm gonna use half of it, and then probably the other half I'll make a torta or something, either for lunch tomorrow, or maybe I'll make Jaden like a breakfast sandwich or something. But for our garlic bread, we're only gonna use half of this. I was gonna do this slowly and just leave the sound on there, but Jaden is in the background and he's watching a movie and it's pretty loud, so I ended up cutting the volume out. And did y'all notice my measuring technique? Somehow that helps me out, okay? So I cut the French bread in half, and then again I am halving it. I am going to spread a good amount on each of these halves, and don't go light on it, you guys. Load it up. That is what gives it all the flavor and makes it taste so good. So if you were gonna use the whole bread, I would use maybe 1.5 sticks of butter to 2 sticks of butter. I did end up leaving just a little bit behind in the bowl, so that's why I'm saying 1.5. But honestly, I don't think it would have done it any harm if I would have just added the entire thing to it. I only left a little bit behind anyways. My oven is ready. I have it set to 400, so I'm sticking it in there. I'm putting the timer for 10 minutes. And now my pasta is ready. I have this little silicone clip-on strainer. I love that thing. It was so cheap, and it's from Amazon. That is definitely a must-have. And now I am just dumping it straight into the pasta sauce. We don't ever serve it separately. I just don't like it that way. I prefer it to be all mixed in together. That's just how we enjoy it. I'm just showing you what I'm making for dinner tonight, but definitely the star of the show is the garlic bread. That you have to try. Okay, my timer just went off, so let's check on my garlic bread. Oh, that smells so good. It looks so delicious. I think I'm gonna put it in for 5 more minutes. It feels a little too soft up here on top, and I want it to be just a little bit crispier. Okay, I think my garlic bread is now done. Look at that. Oh, that smells so delicious, you guys. And now it is nice and golden on top, and now it's a little bit crispy. Look at that. That is just how I wanted it. So I'm gonna slice this through, make our plates, and we are going to have dinner. Okay, so dinner is ready, you guys. Here is what my plate looks like. I added a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top, and now let's try this. This is the easiest spaghetti you can make. I did nothing but use the box spaghetti, the jar of spaghetti sauce. So this I know is good. This is how we enjoy it anyways. So simple and so easy, but so delicious. This is one of our go-to, like, easy, quick meals. And now for my garlic bread. It is nice and golden and toasty. This is so good. So much better than the frozen one. And it's super quick, super easy to make. So good. 400 degrees, 15 minutes is all it takes. It is so good, you guys. Y'all have got to try this. Let me know if you give this a try. Well, that is going to be it for this video, you guys. I hope that you liked it and you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Keep leaving me comments, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.